Oh, what you got for 'em? Huh? Royal Risings, Royal Day, Royal Afternoon, Royal whatever it is for you and your perspective varies whenever you see this, huh? This one you probably ain't gonna wanna miss, ain't it, man? This is what? Come on with it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Cosmic Mind UV, huh? And you already probably have figured it out to be, man. Hope all is well. Royal Day, Royal Day, Royal Day, Royal Day. Namaste, Hotep, all that great stuff. Man, feels great to have a little, had the little break, stint in between. Make sure y'all keep checking out the comics. Make sure you like the video on here, Get me in the algorithm, y'all. Get us in the algorithm, man. You know what I'm saying? Get us in the rhythm of things, man. Make sure you like the video on here. Make sure you share it on here, you hear me? Peace and abundance. Hope all is well. Support the channel. Donate to the channel. Share. Put your notifications on. Etc. Man. Right now. Indigenous, copper tone, black, the original people. It is time to awaken right now. It's time to overthrow, or somebody said in a chat the other day, revamp, whatever, this system. It's time to throw this shit away. You say Cosmic. Well, I got this specialist with. That's what everybody got a reason why they don't want to leave this goddamn system alone. Like I told the people the other day, yesterday, I say this has been, if you want to do the track record, if this was a actual, hold on. If we want to do a track record on a relationship or how this shit is, this has been the most terrible, trash, toxic relationship ever. Yeah, it's been moments of little flickers of, I'm talking about the relationship with melanin, indigenous, the original people, copper tone, black, whatever you saying, people with this landmass, this corporation, this place, this whatever it is to you. Yeah. This has been the most, as far as longevity, shortgevity, whatever jevity it is, yeah, man. So I know a lot of people have been hearing certain different people, maybe not, say separate. It's time to separate. It's time to separate. It's time to separate. It is time to separate mentally, physically, emotionally, economically from this system, fam. What is Cosmic talking about, man? You know exactly what I'm fucking talking about, fam. The over fucking consumerism, fam. The being indoctrinated, fam, into all of their systems of that's just draining your soul, your spirit, your mind, your pockets. You feel me? So you and then this system don't run without you spending. Us, them, they, those, whoever. You, them, they, those, us, whoever. Spending frivolously. You hear me? This shit does not run without indigenous capital spending frivolously. Especially on other people's stuff. Alright, so look. Here's a structured blueprint style outline for the indigenous, the original people, black, etc., to separate from the current system and build parallel, interdependent structures. It's practical, cultural, and spiritual. A step-by-step approach, ain't it, man? Blueprint for the original people, black, separation and interdependence. Because we got a lot of people have independence. That means individualism. You hear me? Interdependence. We gotta goddamn depend on each other. You know what I'm saying? At this juncture, in certain facets and different ways. Yeah. With de-dollarization going on, fam, and just all the shit that's going on at once. All of the different powerhouse or developing countries or countries that's a little more advanced in development or continents, whatever, you know what I mean? A lot of them are backing off of this American, because it was, hey, that's why they say they call it American dream. It's a dream for a reason. Mindset and cultural foundation, knowledge of self, teach African or indigenous history, spirituality, cultural continuity outside of Western systems. And I know it seems like we going over this a lot and over. However, we gotta keep doing this every so often so we can keep it fresh on the brain and on the mind and on the circuits, on the frequency. And collective consciousness move from individualism, which we got plenty of that shit right there. Like motherfuckers have mastered that shit. Yeah. To communal thinking, media detox, reduce consumption of mainstream propaganda that normalizes dependency, economic separation, right? So the first one was mindset and cultural foundation. Group economics, which I mean, how many people have been talking this group economic shit for 50,000 years? You know? Support, of course, black-owned businesses exclusively. That means only. You know? Food, clothing, services, etc., etc. So people say, "Well, Cosmic, uh, black people don't sell services." You gotta look it up. It might be right out there, man. It's a lot of melanin people with a lot of great services and products and different things and industries, yeah, and different things of that nature. Create rotating savings groups, SUSU, uh, ISU, for or investment groups, etc., for community wealth. All right, we don't talk about putting up enough, building enough capital so we can actually acquire and compete economically in this shit instead of us just keep arguing over just meaningless shit for real. Or who's paying the bills, who can pay the bills better, and all this other goofy, stupid shit. Yeah, because all of that shit is debt. So it's like motherfuckers be like, I say this all the time. Motherfuckers be bragging about how good they pay debt. Yeah. Land and assets. Purchase farmland for security. Buy property collectively. Co-ops, land trusts, etc. Banking alternatives. Credit unions, crypto. And you could just start your own community-backed currencies, or you could just start your own community bank or exclusive investment group. You see what I'm saying? Or neighborhood investment group, or whatever you got. Apartment investment group. If you're in an apartment, you could be mad creative with it, man. Food and health interdependence, food sovereignty, community gardens and farms. Teach seed saving and permaculture, holistic health systems, natural medicine, African or indigenous herbalism, build networks of black and or holistic practitioners. Hey, y'all hold on for a second. All right, y'all. We back to the show, man. Education and knowledge systems, interdependent schools, indigenous and or African-centered education and or knowledge focused on critical thinking and self-reliance, skilled trade training, farming, carpentry, coding, healing, security, elders or oral tradition, preserve wisdom through storytelling and apprenticeship, governance and community order. And we talking about storytelling. It need to be some productive stories too. Motherfuckers get lost in a lot of just anyway. Governance and community order. Community councils, local leaders chosen by the people, not by outside powers. Collective resolution. Restorative justice circles instead of state courts. Security and defense. Organized community patrols and protection groups. Spiritual and psychological liberation. Ritual ceremony, reconnection to African spirituality and or indigenous, etc. And cosmic law. Isn't that something? We're gonna do a show on cosmic law. You know we gotta do one. Healing from trauma, collective therapy, meditation, and rites of passage. Sacred spaces. Sacred space. Empress Star should take you far no matter where you are. Sacred Space gonna be coming soon. Make sure you check out the last show with Sacred Space right on here on Cosmic Mind UV on this channel. Sacred Space, sis. Build temples or whatever, cultural centers and spaces for spiritual grounding. Global alliances. Make sure you share this. Share this out. Let's get to 500 subscribers. Assist us in getting it to 500 subscribers, man. Recommend this page to any and everybody, you know what I mean? Especially if they are indoctrinated in any type of way. Global alliances. Diaspora unity. Strengthen ties with Africa, the Caribbean, and or global indigenous, black, etc. communities. Trade networks. Import-export with African nations instead of depending on Western corporations. So instead of us arguing about, oh, we're not from Africa and all this other shit, man, let's break bread and let's take over this shit. You hear me? Fuck all of it. Like I say, all of these frivolous kitty arguments. You hear me? Exodus plans. Some may choose reparations or etc. Others may create sovereign eco villages within the U.S. That's what needs to occur. Just to keep going over and over with that. I mean, salute if you're getting some leverage with that. But I mean, I'm just saying a lot of that energy could be definitely put into something more immediate. Parallel systems, technology and communication. Black-owned media, encrypted networks, interdependent servers, healthcare, clinics rooted in both modern and holistic practices, energy, solar, wind, and water-powered microgrids for energy interdependence. See, this is the stuff. This is what I say. This is why people say everything is free. You know what I'm saying? It's just that these motherfuckers made you to want to pay for it, and then they want to make it difficult for you to just go off grid and just do shit yourself. You know what I'm saying? They want to make it as difficult as possible because they want to keep you as dependent as possible. Immediate action steps. Start now. Start pooling money with what? Trusted people, family, friends, associates, colleagues, earth family, cosmic family, local community, etc. We got to start pooling our money together to take over shit, man. All of this, like I said, not to say people aren't making, had to do a little stretch. Not to say people aren't making a great points or great presentations about whatever variety of shit they're talking about. However, if the top of the priority isn't either revamping or overthrowing this government or throwing this whole shit away or separate from this shit completely, then a lot of it's just gonna be lost in a lot of fucking different banter shit. You know what I mean? Rants. Shift 50% of your spending to black businesses within 6 months. Shift 50% of your spending to black businesses within 6 months. Begin growing some form of food. Wind seal herbs. Backyard gardens or community lot, etc., etc. Standing gardens, hanging garden, all that shit. They got mad stuff. Homeschool and supplement. homeschool or supplement children with African or indigenous centered education daily. Form a local study slash action group to share resources and plan collective moves. Bottom line, separation doesn't mean total isolation. It means building. Hold on, y'all. Let me get a commercial break. It means building parallel systems that protect, sustain, and elevate the original people without dependency on oppressive structures. All right. How do we separate psychologically? Psychological separation is the first and most difficult step. You hear that? Because the system thrives on mental capacity, even more than physical dependence. Here's a bust down and framework for the original people to mentally disconnect from the system, or whatever you call it. The matrix, the system, this government, whatever you call it, all right? The ideologies, whatever. Psychological separation blueprint. Deprogramming the mind. Unlearn false narratives, challenge lies taught in school, etc., etc., slavery as the quote-unquote beginning, inferiority myths, white savior narratives, etc. Oh, all of the other stuff. Replace them with indigenous and or African-centered truth. The original people are originators of civilization, science, and or spirituality. Turn off propaganda. Turn off propaganda. Turn it off. Turn it off. Take the P. Take the pentagram, nigga. Yeah, man. Turn that propaganda off, man. You know what I mean? Shit. People already have their own propaganda with the lies and shit they tell, and you know what I mean. The images they try to keep uphold and shit like that. Well, look. Reduce exposure to mainstream TV, news. Tell lies to your vision. News and toxic social media. So that's why I don't be hesitating to get the fuck out of rooms. Motherfuckers be thinking you running, but man, once they get to goof trooper gump status, or motherfuckers get to being, they trigger, the indoctrination trigger start kicking in, I get the fuck on. Replace it with indigenous, copper tone, and or black centered media, books, and or conscious podcasts such as Cozmik Mind UV and Sacred Space all in your face, where Empress Star take you far no matter where you are. Rebuilding identity, knowledge of self, study indigenous and or black and or African history, psychology, and spirituality daily. Learn traditional languages or proverbs that reshape thinking patterns. Spiritual grounding. Return to indigenous and or black and or African based spiritual practices. Libations, meditation, drumming, and rituals. Overstand that divinity exists within, not through external validation. Overstand divinity exists within, not through external validation. Shifting values from individualism, which, like I told you, we got plenty of that, to communalism. Ain't it, man? We got to go and do a show about that. Individualism versus communalism. Hold on for a second, y'all. Let me put that in my notes. Let's get it. All right, here we go. See self as part of a collective body, not an isolated individual. Redefine success. Move from chasing titles, status, and materialism. That's system rewards. That's end quote. Toward land, health, family, and freedom. Reject validation. Stop seeking approval from goddamn white people or white systems, European systems. God damn it. In parentheses, god damn it. Or in quotes and all that. Degrees, awards, positions. Huh? Stop seeking approval from white or European, whatever you want to call it, colonial, whatever you want to call it, systems, degrees, awards, positions. Build your what? Build what? Build your own measures of worth. God. Build your what? That's something else right there. That's something else right there. And some of a lot of people, you will have to argue them down about that shit. Or they're gonna try to argue you up. Healing the wounds, trauma recovery, address eternalized racism, colorism, and self-hate. Use therapy, holistic therapy, indigenous and African spiritual healing, and community circles. Rites of passage. Initiate youth into adulthood with guidance, responsibility, and cultural knowledge, instead of letting the system shape them. Shadow work. Confront fears, doubts, and generational pain carried in the psyche. Reprogramming with liberation. Thinking. Affirmations, visualizations. Daily affirmations rooted in sovereignty, abundance, and self-love. Visualize life outside the system, interdependent communities, free living. Study free thinkers. Read works by etc. the Garveys, Amos Wilson, Francis Cress Welsing, Dr. Ben, etc., 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 etc. Practice autonomy daily. Small acts of cooking traditional food, homeschooling, or bartering reinforce interdependence. They say just small little things each time will build up to the great stuff. And it all counts in the end, ain't it? Mental defense. Protect the subconscious. Isn't that something? That's something right there. Be aware of subliminal programming, ads, music, movies. So that's why I be telling y'all, man, y'all be thinking somebody's strict, but nah, man. They attacking you in all different ways, man. So you gotta just be on your pivot. Consciously filter what enters your mind. Ain't it, man? Ain't that something? Build community echo chambers. Surround yourself, because a lot of people will say that you got echo chambers. People just saying the same thing. Build community echo chambers. It matters what you're echoing also. Oops. Surround yourself with awakened people, so your reality is reinforced, not undermined. Ain't that something? Bottom line, psychological separation means restraining the mind to reject dependency and inferiority and validation from the system, man. And replacing it with sovereignty, self-love, cultural memory, and community values. Yeah. How do melanin, the original people, copper tone, black, etc., how do they separate emotionally? See, we gonna sweep as many layers as this motherfucker we can sweep without being up here 25 hours. You hear me? So let's go through a small review. We've reviewed in different portions. We went over mental defense. We've gone over reprogramming with liberation thinking. We went over healing the wounds. We went over shifting values. We went over rebuilding identity. We went over deprogramming the mind. And we also went over psychological separation blueprint. That was the psychological separation blueprint. So that was psychologically. Ready? Okay. Then we went over immediate action steps. to get started. We went over parallel systems we can create. We went over global alliances. So instead of arguing with where we from, we not from there, we don't like, man, break bread, stupid. Spirit, look, these other motherfuckers break bread with each other, don't like each other, can't stand each other all the motherfucking time. All the fucking time. Anyway, they can't stand you and they got them to give you a little crumb. Anyway, spiritual and psychological liberation, governance and community order, education and knowledge system, knowledge and or education. We did a show on that, education versus knowledge, food and health interdependence, group economics, mindset and culture foundation. This started off as the blueprint for Black separation, interdependence. Now we are on the portion that is, how can we did psychologically separate. Now, how can the melanin, the rich people, how can we emotionally separate from this bitch? Okay, emotional separation is just as critical as psychological separation, because the system feeds the original people's emotions, fear, anger. I told you they capitalize off all the shit, they exploit all the shit, ain't it? But look, capitalize, capitalism. But anyway, they feed on the original people's emotions, fear, anger, hope, and they feed on your hope. in its promises, attachment to its validation. To break, emotions must be reclaimed and redirected. Emotional separation blueprint. Y'all need to share this out, fam, because we keep saying, yo, we need to even for the ones that's saying that we need to separate, we need to. Is anybody putting forth the blueprint or some sort of anything? I don't give a fuck. They looked it up from Google. I don't give a fuck. They got it from the extraterrestrials. I don't give a fuck where they got it from. Are they putting forth an organized blueprint like we're presenting today? Stop seeing the ones that are, salute to you. Stop seeking emotional validation from the goddamn system. No approval needed. Don't chase acceptance in white institutions or European institutions, jobs, schools, awards. Detach from their standards. Beauty, success, and quote unquote good behavior, end quote, are defined by the system to keep the original people striving for its approval. Recenter in self. Define worth by cultural identity, spiritual alignment, and community value. Ain't it, man? Control the fear, false evidence appearing real cycle. Recognize emotional traps. The system runs on fear, poverty, punishment, rejection, death, etc. Face the fear, false evidence appearing real. Prepare emotionally for instability, job loss, exclusion by building community safety nets. Replace fear with faith. Use meditation and indigenous and or Black and or African spiritual practices to anchor emotions in something higher. Ain't it, man? The comments are coming in. Gratitude for the participation, for the nation. Heal anger and grief. Channel. Oh yeah, by the way, y'all, quick commercial. We got a couple of shows and interviews and streams, and people are gonna have their own shows and stuff, conception, creative concepts coming through here, and they'll be doing their own segments through here. So we be putting that together very soon. All right, okay. Heal anger and grief. Channel anger instead of self-destruction. Direct anger into building gardens, businesses, schools, etc., etc., etc. Grieve consciously. Acknowledge the centuries of trauma and loss. However, create rituals to honor ancestors and release pain. Don't let trauma define you. That's that trauma bonding shit I be talking about. Pain is real. However, it shouldn't be the center of your identity. It shouldn't be the center of your identity. I gotta say that probably one more time. It shouldn't be the center of your identity. Yeah, man. Please, goddamn, let that shit lather in your system. Lather that shit up like lotion on you, or some soap or some shit in your system. Break the hope dependency. Oh man, that's that. It sound like that church shit. Or have faith and make a believer. Well, yeah. No, no quote unquote waiting for change. Do you hear that? End quote. Stop tying emotions to the idea that the system will one day be fucking fair. Because like I said, the track record of this shit has been showing you what? Them, they, those, us, whoever. Shift hope inward. Place hope in black or indigenous or copper tone, etc. Unity, spirituality, and collective power. Detach from politics of inclusion. Detach from politics of inclusion. Emotional highs and lows around elections, laws, representation. Keep people hooked into goddamn dependency. We don't have enough black people in this. Create your own shit. You know why you ain't got enough in such and such and such? Because it's not your shit. And they're practicing, unless you whitewashed or whatever, you hear me? You take on their agenda. Let's just keep it that simple. They not gonna fuck with you like that. Let's just keep this shit 10,000. Build emotional resilience. Practice detachment. Do what? Practice detachment. Oh yeah. Not apathy. See, we're gonna do a show, empathy versus apathy. Like what's all these pathogens and shit? What's going on? However, the ability to observe events without being controlled by them. You hear that? Not apathy. However, the ability to observe events without being controlled by them. That means economically, intellectually, etc. Spiritually, emotionally, whatever. Center joy in the community. Celebrate indigenous, copper tone, and or black love, culture, art, and rituals, not systemic approval. Rites of emotional cleansing, drumming, dancing, fasting, and nature walks help reset emotional states. Isn't that something? We got a lot of melanin walking and hiking groups too, so I salute that. Re-anchor love and loyalty. Emotional investment in community. Redirect energy from the system back into family, children, partners, and collective spaces. Unlearn toxic attachments. Many original people feel obligated to prove loyalty to the goddamn system. And they will fight you every millistep. You hear me? They stay indoctrinated. This must be cut. Create safe emotional spaces. Healing circles like sacred space. Where Empress taking you far no matter where you are. That space is literally created just for the melanated original women. It's women only. So come through, ladies. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Empress Star, when you doing your next show? Next moon day, whatever? Hold on. That's tomorrow, isn't it? What the hell is what the hell is these days? Moon day. Oh, the moon day is tonight. All right, so sacred space might be coming through the night. Man, we gonna take goddamn flight. Bottom line, top line, sideline, huh? Whatever line it is. Emotional separation means cutting the system's ability to, you ready? Manipulate your feelings. Okay? Whether through fear, anger, false hope, or the need for validation. That's that house nigga shit. And rerouting those emotions in self, spiritual, and community. Just give me a little video of it too if you can. Okay, with the de-dollarization coming, no doubt. How much time do the indigenous original people have to get themselves together? All right. Okay. With de-dollarization on the rise, because it ain't no disguise. It ain't no disguise or surprise. How much time do the original people, black, copper tone, whatever you got, communities have to prepare and strengthen themselves? You ready? What does the research say about the timeline? You ready? Or space line? Because we know we got to do time versus space. But anyway, look. De-dollarization. What is this stuff? Is real and gaining momentum, especially through increased use of local currencies in BRICS, Southeast Asia, as well as a surge in gold buying in non-USD trade settlements. And let's not forget Burkina Faso, Mali, Morocco. A lot of them are finding and coming upon a lot of natural resources, Sean. So I'm just saying, we did a show about this de-dollarization joint. They say they dropped 10 to 11%. And they said by 2026, I know that's not the real year, but let's just play the game. By 2026, you hear me? It's going to be another additional 10%. So that's going to be a drop of 21%. What does this mean, Cozmik? Shit going to get dumbass expensive. I did a show exclusively on Venezuela in this, what they call hyperinflation. I did a show on Venezuela. I didn't even talk. I just showed you the videos. I didn't even talk. I just bought you just bought it for you. I bought people that were Venezuela citizens to talk to you. You hear me? Anyway, fund managers remain cautious. 63% believe. You see, believe. You got to know. You got to stop believing and graduate to knowing. The dollar could lose its reserve status within 5 to 15 years. You ready? Did you hear that? That ain't nothing but a skip away. People be like, well, I might not be around. People be out like they saying 100 years from now. People be out like, well, you're 40, 50 years from now. No, that shit is a skip. It says 5 to 15 years. That is a skip away. Okay, fuck it. And you know why? Why is this the original cause? Because we don't never want to bring this up. Some people bring it up, but not enough. And make this the focal point. Because they took the gold standard. I would just, let's not say gold. The mineral. They could have put any mineral. Silver. Whatever. Then they say, well, Cozmik, they had the gas. But the other places, okay, these other places, they got that. And they finding other natural ways. They finding hydrogen and all types of other shit. So they don't need your shit. Do you understand what Cozmik is saying? Please, please, I'm begging you to understand that. At the same time, major institutions like Bank of America, which they're going out of business and getting sued like a motherfucker. JP Morgan, they're going out of business and getting sued out like a motherfucker too. They in court right now, but okay. Argue that the dollar's dominance remains resilient and that any meaningful erosion will likely take decades, not months. Now, we just said 5 to 15 years. That ain't quite a decade. Well, it's right there, but he said decades, you see what I'm saying? And then Bank of America, they're shutting down. Go look up right now. Go look up the top banks that are closing franchises. We talking about companies, the big companies, billions. Go look at them. I can name a few just off the top. Party City, Bank of America. God damn it. Who else I've been seeing closing down? Like what's this shit? Golden Corrals. Goddamn. CVS's. Goddamn Targets. Yeah. I could just that's just a freestyle, just off the top name. You hear me? You hear me? Yeah. You could just name some off the top too. You ain't even gotta go look up a list. You feel me? Malls are shutting down. Malls, right? Different malls, right? Okay, look. Different shopping centers. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. Why you think everything for sale? Because it's shutting down. I'm just saying. What's the bottom or top line or whatever line, man? The dollarization is a slow unfolding process. However, not a sudden collapse. We don't know that though. Why don't we know that, Cozmik? Because that's depending on what? Other countries not being as stable fast. Do you hear me? That's depending on these other developing continents, countries, locations, areas, whatever, not developing as fast. Do you hear me? I'm just saying, because if I'm telling y'all now, I don't know if y'all understanding what I'm saying to you. If Africa becomes a united Africa, such as Ibrahim Traore and Mali and Niger and the ones are going for, I'm telling you, B. mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Did you hear when I did the presentation on the debt or whatever, when they said Venezuela people had to bring backpacks full of money just to get groceries? Did you hear what I said, man? They ain't comprehending shit like that. They ain't comprehending shit like that. Some indicators suggest significant shifts might occur over the next 5 to 15 years, while others caution transition could stretch across decades. Either way, this shit is dying. It's eroding, it's dying, it's crumbling, it's shaky, whatever word we need to use. Overall consensus is clear. Time and/or space is neither infinite nor immediate, however, certainly limited. What this means for the original communities or black communities or indigenous, copper tone, brown, whatever communities. This isn't a call to panic. It's a call to plan, act, and fortify. All right? Here's a strategic time or space line you could adopt, rooted in timelines or space lines from economic experts and infused with community-centered empowerment. You ready? Within 1 to 2 years, I hope y'all sharing this out, because we be talking about generational wealth. Fam, you need immediate wealth building strategies and things put in place for the generations to get the shit to them. Within 1 to 2 years, this is the immediate action. So you ready? Diversify financial holdings beyond the dollar. Because I'm telling you, some people, fam, that's why I salute to what was the I don't know if it was the Temptation, but almighty dollar, hey, dollar bills, y'all. hey, Earth. They say the mean need me, mean green, ain't it? Almighty dollar, hey, making the motherfucker holler, ain't it? Damn, whoa. Invest in tangible assets, man, such as gold, silver, copper. They don't never say copper, but copper is a mineral. Last time I checked, and it has multiple benefits and stuff, assets, whatever you want to say. Okay, crypto or crypto, etc., 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 etc. I'm gonna do a stocks. What from what my experiences with doing stock thus far, investing in different corporations, companies, and stuff. So we gonna do a little quick joint on that. Not an expert, but I'm an expert in in my experience. which many recommend as partial hedges. Strengthen local financial institutions. Support black-owned credit unions, cooperatives. That's why I said we don't talk about doing some investment groups and putting fuck a boxing match, fuck a Super Bowl, fuck a holiday, fuck a family reunion, fuck all of that shit. Fuck a birthday, fuck a anniversary, fuck cause all of that shit is Eurocentric indoctrination shit to keep you blowing your money on bullshit. I mean, let's just come on with it. Why he say fuck a birthday? Because I said every time, because a lot of y'all say wake. A wake is at a funeral. You're reborn, or you have a resurrection or a rebirth each rising. That's why I say rising. Anyway, strengthen local financial institutions. Cultivate financial education and or knowledge. Teach budgeting, investing, and entrepreneurship within the community. Launch cultural and spiritually centered, emotional, resilient practices, reinforcing interdependence and grounding. I told you these other ethnic groups, they practice exclusivities on all levels. They practice financial exclusivity. They practice all that shit. All that. Yeah, they might hire you to be the cashier. Yeah, they might hire you to be the person, the stock person. You feel me? But they not about to hire you in no important position in most instances. And then if they do, they still won't allow you to be at the big table. You feel me? Within 5 to 10 years. So that was 1 to 2 years. Did we get that? Did we get that written down? Let's get it. Let's revert. Let's do small review. 1 to 2 years. This is immediate action right here. Okay, let's write it down. Rewind this. Diversify financial holdings. Strengthen local financial institutions. Or start your own within yourself. You can be your own financial institution with you and your friends and homies, your collective group is coming. You could be your own goddamn financial institution amongst each other. Cultivate financial knowledge. Launch cultural and spiritual centered emotional resilient practices. Okay, that's 1 to 2 years. Okay, now we're gonna go to 5 to 10 years. This is strategic buildup. You ready? Establish parallel economic structures. That means other industries, community land trust, food sovereignty projects. And salute to the garden lady or the chick. I think this garden queen or something over there in Chicago, getting a bunch of empty spaces and turn them into community gardens. Salute to that. Interdependent knowledge systems, local energy or energy production. All right. We gotta do. That's why I said smart collaboration. What does smart collaboration mean? It means when you come together and y'all see y'all can benefit each other. You see what I'm saying? Make each other's whatever ideas move faster. You see, smart goddamn it collaboration. Group reciprocity systems, rotating savings clubs, and mutual aid networks. What I'm saying to us is, yes, we need to do the savings, but a lot of people are lacking the knowledge on investing. You hear me? So if we invest as a group and then we elect different people within the group, you're going to be the treasurer. You're going to be the financial advisor. You're going to be the fucking grant writer. You're going to be the goddamn whatever. You're going to be the spokesperson. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what you have to do so everybody, people, those aren't stepping on each other's toes and feet and shit. And then we won't get this fucking superiority complex and I gotta be da, 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 and let's say multiple, I know how to do that too, whatever it may be. I know how to grant that. Okay, well, guess what? That's more than you. Let's write multiple goddamn grants then. I mean, come on, baby. Let me see. Cultural based, emotional, and okay, we got that one. Okay. Full economic autonomy. Do you hear that? Full, not part-time, not seasonal, not when you feel like it. Full economic autonomy. Communities with diversified assets. See, we want to talk about how we gonna have better when you fight when we are literally sovereign from this system, because this system feeds off of what? Every emotion, but mostly the unproductive ones. And it feeds off of it, and it feeds it to you. Communities with diversified assets, self-sufficiency, food systems, self-sustaining food systems, knowledge, healthcare, and energy or energy. This is the 10 to 20 year sovereign foundation. This is the 10 to 20 years sovereign. We went 1 to 2 years. That was immediate action. We had 5 to 10 years. We went strategic build up. We went 10 to 20 years. So I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear shit unless you got something better than what I'm presenting. Regional networks, alliances between, and they be like, who is he talking to? I can hear people voices. Anyway, indigenous community, I can hear future voices. But anyway, communities, nations, and diaspora groups for trade, skills, exchange, and solidarity. Cultural preservation, local currencies, spiritual centers, and institutions rooted in heritage and shared values. Suggested milestones, timeline 1 to 2 years, protection and foundation 5 to 10 years, structural building 10 to 20 years, sovereignty. All right, it's boop 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 boop. You hear me? Why this matters sooner than later. Now. Y'all on fan base, you need to start talking about how the fuck you gonna get sovereign. Fuck all that other dumb shit you talking about. Fuck a football game. Fuck them. And I hate to say this, but them fucking slaves. It's the European circus, the circus. Why this matters sooner than later? I mean, I'm talking about you see niggas going crazy over some goddamn exploitation of our fucking greatest Nehrus. Yeah, they great athletes. A lot of them are great minds as well. Did you forget that part? Huh? Even though the dollar may remain dominant, which is not dominant if it's crumbling, so that means it's shaky. Global shifts can accelerate unpredictably. So that's what I be talking about. Meaning, when they say global shifts, meaning the places or continents, countries that's developing, if they some type of way, like bricks, align with somebody else, just like I said, a smart collaboration, and be able to do shit faster, then guess what that's gonna mean? Remember what it's called? That's why it's called hyperinflation, for a reason. Sudden sanctions, geopolitical crisis, and what a lot of these countries like Burkina Faso and etc., they are denying a lot of, if not all, Western products and goods and shit. They don't even want this GMO and chemical ass shit no more. Okay, or major monetary moves could disrupt access to dollar-based resources. That's why strategic now beats reaction later. Oof. That's why strategic now beats reaction later. Final thought. for this portion. Space and or time is both your ally and your motivator. You do have the window to build, heal, organize, and transform. However, it's not finite. The blueprint is clear, because I mean, I'm definitely giving it to you amongst others. Salute to Dr. Claude Anderson, the Powernomics, and the everything else, everybody else, anybody else, the Boyce Watkins, the whoever else. You hear me? Start. It said the blueprint is clear. Start small, or however you start. You know, depending on what you know, how dedicated and motivated beings are. We can start small, scale up, and embed interdependence into every layer of community life. We are not fucking with your system in no shape, form, or fashion. We have arrived to the conclusion overview. So we have gone over real quick. Just a quick review. The de-dollarization and the timeline and space line or whatever. For us, how much time do we got, Cozmik? We just went over that just now. You got 5 to 15 years, B, and that's not a guarantee. You think these other places are like, yeah, you know, let's just go and build our shit up slow so they can get their shit together. I seriously doubt it, because Burkina Faso and them got their own money. When I say they got their own money, they got their own money, and it's backed by their minerals. I'm telling you, 5 to 15. I'm telling you, that's as closer than it seems, fam. That's right around that 2030 agenda they talking about, huh? Interesting. So we went over the de-dollarization. We went over separating emotionally and psychologically, okay? And then probably part 2, we gonna do physically separating from this shit, which I'm pretty sure y'all can get a few of those yourself. The path to the original black copper tone indigenous separation completely and survival in a shifting world. The original people stand at a crossroads or unk roads. We stand at the unk roads. We don't fuck with crosses, we fuck with unks. The weakening grip of the US dollar and the rise of global de-dollarization signal that the system is changing. While the collapse won't happen overnight, because I'm so tired, I'm so irritated. Just please stop saying that stupid shit. When that motherfucker hit, it's gonna feel like it's overnight. The process is, give me a second, y'all. All right, let's get through this conclusion so we can get out of here, y'all. Make sure you share this around, man. Make sure you share this around. While the collapse won't happen, blah, 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 the process is underway and it's happening quietly. Well, for the people that know, it's happening out loud, but for the ones that's, you know, whatever, turning a blind eye, don't give a fuck, or whatever, is happening quietly, giving a limited, however valuable window of time and space to prepare. Separation begins in the mind. Psychological and emotional detachment from the system is the first step. Unlearning false narratives, rejecting validation from oppressive structures, healing generational trauma. Stop fucking trauma bonding, please. And framing it as spiritually healing, and recentering love, worth, and loyalty within the original Black, Indigenous, Copper Tone community itself. Without this, physical separation collapses under the weight of internal dependency. That means you gonna have people within still wanting the system so bad. I gotta have it so bad. Zombies, man, functioning zombies. I be telling y'all about this shit all the time. Next comes build parallel systems. Economic interdependence through group economics, eco-economics, land ownership, and community banking. Food sovereignty through farming and gardening. Interdependent education or knowledge that restores cultural memory and identity. Governance rooted in councils, restorative justice, and protective of the community. Spiritual foundations that ground people in indigenous and or African, etc., centered traditions and rituals. Time is both limited and sufficient. The dollar may remain dominant for the next 5 to 15 years, and that's a may retain dominance for the next 5 to 15 years, maybe longer. However, the cracks are visible. This is not the time or space to wait. It's time to act. The blueprint requires immediate steps within 1 to 2 years. Pooling resources, supporting Black businesses, diversifying assets, scaling up within 5 to 10 years, building schools, food systems, and land trusts, and achieving sovereignty over 10 to 20 years. That means we not taking all day. We have literally a driven mission and purpose. And we not straying away from it until you get to the end step, and that's the sovereignty. Parallel economies, healthcare, energy, and cultural institutions. The goal is not isolation, however, sovereignty. By psychologically, emotionally, economically, and spiritually separating from the system, the original people can build parallel structures strong enough to thrive whether the dollar stands or falls. Top line, sideline, bottom line. Separation is not just about breaking away. It's about building a new reality, a new world for ourselves. The system's collapse may be slow. However, the original people cannot afford to move slowly. And y'all should know that shit. The time to heal, organize, and create is motherfucking now. And to pool resources and to talk about building up capital ASAP. All that little individualism shit ain't gonna matter if the whole shit crumble. Your degrees ain't gonna matter if the whole shit crumble. Your snobby ass whatever ain't gonna matter if the whole shit crumble. Huh? So I'm just saying, man, all of that materialism and us shitting on each other with material items that we don't own, and from motherfuckers that was colonizers more than likely, and all that other type of ass shit. You hear me? Like Amos Wilson say, that's an insecurity within yourself that you gotta flash all the time and all of that shit. That's what you seeking validation from Eurocentric trinkets, nigga, and identification, nigga. Negus, negus, negas, negas. Whatever version you need, you hear me? So yeah, let's get to these comments so we can get out of here. Empress, start taking your far no matter where you are. She said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and share. Share, like, and subscribe. Whatever order that you can do then. We have to get back to being interdependent, one step at a time, but we gotta take them steps briskly. God damn it, we can't take a year to take this step, or 2 years to take this next step, or 2 months to take this step, and 6 months to take this next step. You feel me? So hopefully this right here, this presentation for the nation was something very valuable and needed, man. Make sure you donate to the channel. Make sure you share the channel. Make sure you assist us to getting in the 500 subscribers, man. Put us in the algorithm. Y'all complaining about the propaganda? Well, put the real shit in the algorithm then. Ain't it? They help put the bullshit in the algorithm. Well, not them, because of course we know it's bot farms and click farms. However, motherfuckers with weak brains and minds be goddamn helping that shit out too. So, all right, y'all. Peace and abundance, man. We got a lot of great shows and shit coming up. You know what I'm saying? Still seeking panel members, co-hosts, guests, whatever. You hear me? All types of smart collaboration for the nation. And yeah, I'm seeking 20 consistent, dedicated, invested, etc. Melanin and copper tone, preferably black, indigenous people. Start an investment group. To start an investment group. I have one. I got one brother, so salute. I got actually, so if I count myself and him, so I really just need 18. I just need 18 dedicated beings so we can start an investment group, establish our mastermind. We gonna get offline. You know what I'm saying? When I mean offline, we gonna be on Zooms or whatever have you. We gonna be doing some offline things, WhatsApp, places that's maybe a little more encrypted. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we gonna be doing meetings and all of the whatever have you, brainstorming and what they say, think tanks or mastermind, whatever version, the variety of where you need to that's in the meantime, in between time, while building up the capital. You see what I'm saying? And recruiting new members. You see what I'm saying? Members or whatever we gonna call them. You feel me? I want to make this shit as simple as possible, like as dumbed down as possible, so we can get as quick as results as goddamn it possible. Okay. Yes, I do have a couple of ideas that I will throw out to the group. You hear me? Or the clique or the tribe or the whatever the fuck we gonna call it. And then we'll figure out what makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And then we can diversify the group. What does Cozmik mean? That means half of the group, let's just say half of the group want to stay in the States and the other half want to go international. We could do that. You see what I'm saying? Because then that way we can establish whatever. See, I ain't even gonna tell you all that right now. But all I'm telling you is I'm seeking 18 people or 20 melanin, indigenous, copper tone, black. I'm talking to all these homies, all these people that text me about bullshit, all these people that goddamn it be like, Cozmik, what's up, God? When we gon' goddamn put up something to goddamn bust a move, man? When we gon' goddamn it put up something to bust a move, man? Motherfuckers is consistently dedicated to what? Validation. Motherfuckers go to their job to validate these other motherfuckers. I ain't even gonna get into the Jesus programming and all that, the Sky Daddy shit. Huh? So, seeking 18 to 20 consistent, overstanding. You gotta overstand why the mission, so we won't have to spend time and space and throat chakra. Well, this is what we gotta do. Like, just you already overstand. So we won't have to waste no energy on why we were doing the investment group and all that stupid shit. You know what I mean? All right. So I'm seeking the beings. You know what I'm saying? My earth and I, we one. Universal oneness, divine oneness. So we one. So you know what I mean? We count as one. So like I said, I gotta finalize it. But I have another king or Nehru. He's gonna be doing shows maybe with his wives. He has two wives or two, whatever, had goddesses or whatever he calls them. You see what I'm saying? So they may be doing some segments of different things and through here. But he said he was in with the investment group. You see what I'm saying? When I made the post, it's so crazy how we feed off of bullshit, trash, and all of this other shit. We yell at solution shit, but then when we post about Yo, what's up? I want to get an investment. Ain't no comments, ain't no inboxing. Salute to that one person. You know what I mean? You usually just get one. You see what I'm saying? However, all of that other clickbait shit, that y'all get mad about, why y'all not jumping on the shit that actually is meaningful? Okay, I have a GoFundMe, by the way. You know what I'm saying? It's for a self-sufficient community. Some of y'all know that because I've inboxed you randomly the GoFundMe. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I be talking about. All of this talking shit sound good until it's time to put the fuck up and shut the fuck. A lot of people do a lot of shutting the fuck up instead of putting up. That's what I be talking about. It all sound. That's why it's romanticism. You know what I mean? You reminiscing over what we could do to instead of let's get to it. So that's what a lot of melanin and black people do on a lot of these goddamn dumbass platforms. Instead of us putting up whatever amount you got right now, we can start a joint right now. We can start, set a joint, what was joint? Cash App or whatever. Set a savings amount and we can start that shit right now. We can set up a GoFundMe right now. What's up? Let's get started and get the money put in there. So all these homies, for the ones that, now I haven't checked it as of like the last 24 hours, but for all of these homies, stop fucking calling me and associating with me when you ain't nothing but one of them op niggas, fam. If we've been affiliated in whatever capacity for fucking years, and I've ran endless ideas to you, or a little bit, or some, or came up with different joints about, yo, let's start this pot, G. Let's start $20, $25 a week, or da-da-da-da-da. It's no need to even keep communicating with me knowing you full of shit, my nigga. Knowing you a coward, my nigga. What is he talking about? Knowing you scared to let go of this fucking system, whether it's for validation or all of that shit to build your own nation. Huh? To build a valid nation. Get out the validation and build a valid nation. Oops. Isn't it? Ain't it, man? So, like I said, all of this it is too much. That's what I'm saying. They have minimized melanin, most melanin indigenous black people, to like middle schoolers or like high schoolers from the shit those constantly talk about, just so you can get somebody in the room and get some fucking clicks, man. That's why I said we take advantage of each other. That's why you keep saying, I'm tired of seeing people saying they gonna talk about the same shit, because we went over the algorithm, how that shit works. So a lot of these motherfuckers are just talking about that shit because they wanna align with the bullshit that's been counterproductive. That's why y'all women, y'all men, y'all whoever want to talk about the same stupid shit. You not from Africa. Who should go 50-50? Who should be paying the bills? Who should be fucking voting or not? Is the voting counting or not? Is it helping us or not? Or Trump, the dude in the office, reparations, something. All of that is external. None of that is making you inner, go in within ourselves to build our own shit up. With you asking for reparations, that's begging. Or you yelling for it, you whatever. At this point, it is begging. Just like praying is begging. These motherfuckers be like, white daddy, sky daddy, please, come on, sky daddy, Lord, please, please, please. These motherfuckers begging. You're begging, nigga. Niggas. So like I said, man, where we gonna overthrow this shit? Where we gonna rewrite this shit? Where we gonna revamp this shit? Where we gonna accelerate the crash of this shit? With taking away our dollars, with taking away your votes, with getting out of these institutions, even that church shit, even that $1 billion ass church shit. All of it. And what it say? Build parallel industries, parallel services. Huh? Yeah, they gonna build a new world order because it's a new world for their order. So you have to build a new world for your order. They gonna build a new world to keep you, them, they, those, us in order. So we gotta goddamn what? Build some shit that's gonna make this shit out of order. We gotta do the shit to make this shit out of order. That's why you gotta put down all of the doctrines. You gotta put down all of the shit that's gonna keep you intellectually limited and stagnant and shit like that. You, them, they, those. The bullshit talking points, the obsolete, the selective obliviousness. All of that. All of that, y'all. All of that. It is, I mean, come on, y'all. I say this often. At what juncture are we gonna go ahead and take over this goddamn earth plane as the original rulers of this shit? Them other certain other groups are waiting for us to do it and want us to do it, and then you got certain ones that, of course, they scared of that. Cause that would mean you gotta get off the land. You gotta get off, just like with Burkina Faso, Ibn, they kicked the French in them out. You got to get out. You got to get out. Whoever's foreign and you didn't originate from this shit, you gotta go. Back to the Caucasus Mountains, wherever you originated from, you gotta go. I don't even give a fuck if you 6, 7 offspring. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You still a genetically modified motherfucker. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Now, yeah, you do got certain special circumstances and special little situations, but majority of that shit, the motherfuckers genetically modified motherfucker. Get out, brothers, get out that fucking military shit. Get off that police force and establish your own community forces. Why not do that? Why not establish your own interdependent task forces? Huh? Answer me, niggas. Y'all watching? Why not start your own fucking, I said this plenty of times, your own NBFL, National Black Football League. Just like it was the Negro Baseball League. Why not start your own shit? Why keep getting exploited and then complain about, well, Massa won't pay me the money. The owner won't pay me the money. He won't give me what I'm due. He won't pay it to me. Huh? Why don't you start your own shit then? Huh? So that's why I say salute to the ones that's doing it, the big three with Ice Cube and all that. But I want to see y'all. Why don't y'all, them they those y'all influencers, y'all do it? Why don't y'all come together with him and start your own NBA? And then when if you currently NBA out of contract, fulfill your contract. After that, I'm going to the Black League. I'm going to the NBBL, National Black Basketball League. I'm going to shit. I'ma do my contract. I'ma fulfill my contract. I got you. No worries. That's business. I got you. I'ma do business righteously because the universe going, you know what I mean? But when I'm done with this 1 year, 2 years, whatever year, I'm out. I'm going to the NBBL, the National Black Basketball League, with Ice Cube and them over there. Yeah, man. I'm going to the NBFL, National Black Football League. I'm going over there with my people, with my beings. So that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about a call to action. Call to action, not a distraction. I'm talking about the ones that got the immediate means to do it. Get to it. Get to it. I'm talking about from all you celebrity motherfuckers that's getting it and kind of getting it to all the way down to the trickle-down effect. Start your own shit. Take over your own shit. If you've been, I'm talking about down to the person with the 9-to-5 regular ass job. If you've been working in that job, that shit is exploiting your physical abilities, your mental ability, da-da-da-da-da. Exploit your own shit. The Yaku story or any other story, the slavery timeline on Spaceline, the Yaku timeline on Spaceline, Yaku, the big head black scientist that created white people, Europeans. If you look at that time in Spaceline, the time is up, the expiration is up for this fucking whatever you want to call this shit, sleep, slumber, fallacy, whatever. And doesn't it say in that piece of paper, they said the concept, if your government isn't doing right by the people, you supposed to overthrow the government, or you supposed to whatever? This shit has been not doing right by the original people. You see what I'm saying? We being the top consumers and all of that shit. Like, come on, fam. We got the spending power. We got the great abilities. We got the great trade skills. We got all of these great things, but we're not coming together like goddamn Voltron. We say it all the time. We see it all the time. We see big companies, big corporate, they do that shit all the time. Oh, I'm a powerful company, so I don't need no more power. What powerful company have you ever heard say some shit like that? So we have to redefine, get out of Eurocentric marriage. We gotta have our indigenous, African, etc. Rites of passage. We gotta get out of that Eurocentric style of everything. Food. You gotta get off of that Eurocentric food pyramid, because that's not your pyramid. That's a pyramid for Europeans. That's a food pyramid for Europeans. That's why the melanin diaspora is sick. Because 70% of us, those are lactose intolerant. And like I did in the presentation, one presentation earlier about the debt or the wealth gap, whatever. It don't take, people say it's not gonna be everybody. We don't need everybody. We only need 30%. You only need 30% of melanin. Now let's think about how many melanin people is it? Now take 30% of that. All right, y'all. Cozmik Mind UV.